Hello, it's Amy with Just a Little Ink. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today I'd like to share with you a card I created using the This Birthday Piggy stamp set with a coordinating die set. It's actually, I can tell you the minute here. It is the Playful Piggy dies, and it's from a promotion that starts on September 1st. It's coordinating dies that go with existing stamp sets out of our annual catalog, as well as a few from our mini catalog, our July to December mini catalog. Different coordinating dies, they're available only through the month of September or while supplies last. I'm also using the Stylish Shapes dies. It's one of my go-to die sets with stitched circles, banners, and squares. And we're going to cut from the pool party using that. But these dies definitely complement this stamp set in ways that the stamp set by itself just don't do justice. So let's get started. I'm going to set this aside and kind of step you through what you'll need. All of these measurements will be on my blog, justalittleink.com, and you can order anything that you might need through my Stampin' Up website, justalittleink.stampinup.net. And there's a reminder, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd so appreciate it if you did, and like and share as well. It helps grow my audience. So what you will need is a half a sheet of crumb cake cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, and scored in the center at 4 1/4. You'll want a piece on the inside, though you could write on the crumb cake, a piece of basic white, 4 inches by 5 1/4, as well as a piece that is about 3 inches by 2 1/2, so we can stamp the piggy and that cute little butterfly. To get your circle, you're going to want a piece of pool party cardstock that's about 3 1/4 inches square. I've already cut that piece I used the largest of those stitch-shaped circles. So we're going to go ahead and fold cardstock in half along that score line. Get out my bone folder, make sure I get a nice crisp score. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that little piggy and color him first. And then I'm going to show you how I did the background, which is a fun, simple way to get a background. So I'm going to pull out Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And I've already attached my piggy laying in the mud onto my block. For this one, I'm using a D block. And I'm going to have plenty of room here to stamp both the piggy and that butterfly up above. And there are dies in this die set that will cut both. I'm going to go ahead and stamp both there. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my ink because I don't need it for anything else for here. I'm going to color using our Stampin' blends. They are my go-to. I'm going to pull out the darkest of the petal pink, and I'm going to show you how fast these really go. You certainly could be a little more thoughtful in your blending, but you don't have to be to get a really nice look. Come up. I'm going to put a little more on this end. I want his little tail a little darker. I'm going to pull out the lighter of the two. All of our Stampin' blends come in a pack of light with the dark so that you may get a nice blended look. And so I'm going to just come into that dark and then drag it out in little circles. So I'm going to come back in here to where that dark line is. If I get it into other places that I'm coloring, when I use the other colors, it will blend it out. unless it's a darker color that I'm trying to go over. So like so, I can put that away. I'm going to pull out, I think I actually forgot them. I need to pull out my gray granite, just so I have a little bit on his hooves here. Only one hoof. So if you forgot that part, not the end of the world. I'm going to pull out Daffodil Delight, and I'm just using the light, but again, you're going to get both colors. I'm not going to color the flowers because white daisies look just fine. And I'm only going to use the light on the old olive, just to get my leaf of my flower. And then I'm also going to come in and put a little bit where my grass is growing there. To color my butterfly, what I decided was do a little different so it stood out a little more. I'm going to put some dark Calypso coral in the back part, and then I'm going to use the light Calypso coral in the front part of my butterfly. And then to color my mud, I'm going to pull out Crumb Cake, and I'm going to come along the ridges of the mud. I'm just following the lines that the stamp already gave me. And then I'm going to pull out the light of the Crumb Cake. And when I do, I can get a little bit more. And I'm okay if it doesn't blend completely, because I want a little variation between what I did earlier with the dark and with the light to kind of just give a little interest with that mud. I'm going to come a little beyond, just like that. So once I'm done, I can then attach my die on top. I'm going to use some of my retired washi. You could use some masking tape, and especially a little bit of the blue tape that you use when you do your walls, because it releases well. That's a great option as well. If you don't have retired washi, you can do this. So I'm grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, our mini one, and I'm going to grab my plates. I want plate number 1, plate number 2. I'm going to lay my die here, and actually I can go ahead while I'm here. Attach, cut once. I'm going to grab my butterfly. We're in the right direction. Grab one little piece of washi. If I can get myself out of the camera's light. It is itty bitty little guy. How'd I do? Think okay. We hope okay. Line up my plates. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap so that it'll run through easily. Hold the center so it doesn't move. And we'll see how we did. Sometimes on camera is not as easy when I'm not on camera. So here is the piggy all cut out. How do we do? Yeah, we did actually quite well. So we're just going to set that stuff aside. Okay, so then we're going to move on to our background. I've pulled out the stamp that says it's your birthday, and I'm going to use Crumb Cake ink. Put these guys up here so they don't get lost. Okay. And I need a piece of scratch paper or blotter paper, which would work as well. So I'm going to ink into my stamp. I'm going to stamp off once. See how well I am inking. I think I'm a little crooked. I'm going to try again. Yeah, I like that better. So then I'm going to start coming in a circle pattern around where I'm going to put that pig. And so I'm going to stamp just a couple times where things are off. And then I want to start coming in with sometime full. So that I have a little bit of variation. And then I want to start stamping off because I don't want a lot of that. And then I can take my circle, decide, do I like that look? I think I need a little more up here. So I'm going to come up. Okay. Put my circle in again, kind of decide. And I think I need some that are maybe a little more off. Just so I get a little bit of look here. So you can kill as much as you want or as little as you want. Kind of a fun idea. So to put everything together, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of my pig. And I want that mud to go a little lower, so I'm not going to put it on the mud at this point. Get out my Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. And I want to line up my pig so that the flowers come right up kind of along the edge here. Like so. So you see how it comes a little below. I'm going to take my butterfly, do the same thing, put a little bit of adhesive there. And I'm going to decide where do I want that cute little butterfly. And I think I'll let him fly over here. Like so. And then I'm going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. So come along. I don't need a lot of them. 3 of them normally will do on a circle. You could do 4. Okay. So on the front, just come in like so. Just enough to show it's your birthday. And then for my inside, I want to again pull out my Memento ink, my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I'm going to test again. A little bit crooked. Line it up just so I know I'm not going to be crooked. Test again. Always a good idea to test your stamp. Let's see how we do. Not too bad. So, and then I think it'd be kind of neat to just have one little butterfly on the inside. Since they are fast to stamp, I can come in and then grab again the same colors to do a little on the inside. I didn't say when I was coloring the pig for the front, but if you get it on the section that you did not plan to stamp and color, you can use our color lifter, which is a clear blend that will push that color back into where you've been coloring. So I've got that ready to go. I'm going to use some of my Stampin' Seal. Just a little bit to get it to attach on the inside. And just like that, I have a simple birthday card with a simple background that anyone can do. I did create a few more cards that are a little more involved using this die set. Here's one, very similar layout, very similar colors, using the little pig that's on his scooter. I also did one that used a lot of the dies, the little wagon, some of the banners, some of the other little banners that can cut out the greetings, cut apart the little pig and his cake, did some of the grass. And then I did this card, which again also uses the stitch shaped circle and some of our paper that is in the post section of our annual catalog. Lots of fun. Again, all colored using the blends. So thank you again for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed what I'm sharing and that you will, again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share, and please comment. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.